Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Pluto here, Tissa here, and today we're going to talk about talk about if you ever get a Reckoner with small soft Windows 11. So today we're going to talk about it because it's going to come with the Bluetooth tool or setting. Now, for a lot of folks who don't know what Bluetooth is, or some folks do know what a Bluetooth is, or whatever the English word for that would be, it is a tool that allows, lets you either listen with the speakers or a headset, not being plugged in or plugged in because it goes both ways. Now, if you don't have speakers that has that tool, what's going to end up happening every single time that it goes to sleep or you put it to sleep or you log out of Windows or whatever you do, it's going to go hush. It's going to behave as if it can't seat the speakers. And that's truly what was going on with it for months. So the only workaround that I had with it at the time was to set it to never go to sleep. Now I got speakers now that now had that tool. So once it was loaded into and took on the drivers of the tool, it knew where the speakers were at. So every time that it went to sleep or I put it to sleep, or would say, logged out of the desktop, which is not the same thing as logging out of Windows because you're still in Windows. So, yeah. And a lot of folks are going to say a lot of things. There's going to be folks that are going to tell you, oh, go here and play around with these settings, all these sundry settings, and then the over settings and all kinds of shit if you're not getting loudness. Well, you don't need to do all that because at the end of the day, none of that's going to work. What you're going to want to do is make seen that your head speakers or your headset or your speakers has that tool, because that's the only workaround that's the only workaround that you can do is put it to never go to sleep. So if you have speakers or a headset that comes with the blue tool, and you're going to want to put that in. They don't tell you that. Like, yeah, they do tell you that it's got a Bluetooth or tooth or whatever. They do tell you it's got that tool. But what they don't tell you is that if you don't have speakers or a headset, that has that tool, either wired or wireless, it's going to hush the Reckoner every single time that it goes to sleep or you put it to sleep or any time that you log out of Windows. So that's what you're going to want to do. So yeah, that is what you're going to want to do every time. I know it's not as hard to do as everyone else, because every time you look up how do I do this on a Reckoner, you're going to have folks show you sundrious and many tools and over tools and settings and over settings to play around with and shift on and shift off. Other words, fucking around with something which at the end of the day is still working great. So the only thing you're going to do is you got to have a headset or speakers or whatever that either has that Bluetooth tool on it, and you're going to want to make sure that you take it in and it takes in the drivers and it runs the tool. So at the end of the day, that's what you're going to want to do. That's the only workaround there is. Well, that's the only thing you can do. The only other workaround is that never set it to sleep. Now, I don't know why they said it that way. If you don't have speakers like that and it goes to sleep, or you set it to sleep, I don't understand why they had to make it that way, or every single time if it goes to sleep or you put it to sleep or whatever, that it goes, oh, where's the speakers? Where's the speakers? That is like a bad setup. It is. But the only thing you can do about it is have a Bluetooth headset or speakers. That's the only way you're going to deal with this. Because, yielding for updates to think, oh, it's a bug and there's going to be an update that heals that. It's not going to be an update that heals that. So the speakers that I have the Bluetooth tool, so that's never ever going to happen again. So anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at the, Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film we made yesterday over here, where Sailor Earth, Ernest, talked about how he became Sailor Earth. Sailor Pluto Tissa, or Sailor Underworld, and I hope you like this film. Goodbye. Farewell.